They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
One. Tight end's right. Sam, line, 1.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Man open left side is Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Nice hit, baby.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Man left. 3 down. Set. 1.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Throwing, Mariota. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 10 more there and another first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Check 27. Eyes on 27.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. This is caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Delaney Walker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. Extra point put through by Suckup, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Sponge! No! Silent! Tonight! 180!
Mike 54! Now Foles. And his first pass is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
Hey, gold. Sound gold. Sound gold.
Here's Foles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Cameron Wake able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. First down, Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Blue 18.
Mariota on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Finding room to the 20. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Set. Round 18.
Hey, check. 3 down.
1.
From the red zone now, Mariota underneath for Johnson.
I'm going to hit you.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Set. Blue 18.
3 down.
One.
44.
From the gun, Mariota.
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Let's get that ball.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Suckup. And Suckup will put this one right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Titans is lined up for the kickoff. Number 17, ready to return.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Doug Marrone, with a play clock almost out, says, let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Watch tight end. Even. 4 down. Even.
Cover 5-3. Cover 5-3.
We tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that.
Strong right. We got 4.
Set. Where they sit.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
One.
Mariota now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Blue ready.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Flushed out right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Adam Humphries, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Here we go.
Extra point try now for Suckup. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes our score 17-0. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away.
17 back deep to return.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Check 31. Check 31.
What we got? Set. 180.
Foles dumps it off to Fournette.
I'm coming.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Set. 180.
Four down, four down. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hey, gold. Sound gold. Sound gold.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole.
Yeah, baby.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, well, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Here we go. Here we go. Gold, gold, gold.
Tight right here. Tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Third. 180.
Four down, four down.
Great, 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 great.
50.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey.
Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Third. 180. Gold, gold, gold.
89. Watch 89.
Now back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
To the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
Third. 180.
Four down. Check. Four down.
Zebra, zebra, zebra.
Mike 50.
Gold, gold, gold. Set. Ready to go.
They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. LaShawn Sims right there in coverage, and he knocks it away. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own body, though, frankly.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double tight.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey, we are.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Single.
One.
Second down, Mariota. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Mariota. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. A first down throw for Mariota. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
The Titans, 18 rushing touchdowns a season ago, tied for 2nd most, and they've got Henry back there on 2nd and goal. Now Mariota. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Set! Blue 18!
Hey, we got 3.
One.
Mariota again. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
You think you gonna get this?
Blitz! Watch Mike! Outside's coming!
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Suckup will put this one right through, and the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Titans will kick this one off.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Be alert, be alert.
Hey, switch gears.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Strong right.
Tonight, 180. Go.
Second half begins with a run from Fournette. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Water.
Tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Set. 180. 6.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee.
3 down.
First catch for the man who led the Jags in catches a year ago, and it's a Jacksonville first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Easy.
Tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Set. 180. Great.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete here. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
You better be afraid of me.
Flat. Silent.
Check nickel.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 2nd down, Mariota again. 20. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Marcus Mariota with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. Suckup for the extra point. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded it. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Open space inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on.
Touchdown!
Extra point try now for Suckup. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will extend this big lead. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get going.
And oh, his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Foles. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Suckup for the extra point. Extra point put through by Suckup, and the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
180!
Here's Foles. He's got it over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And now he'll tuck it and run. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Mariota to sneak it. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield.
4 down.
And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They come out here in the eye. They'll sneak it with Mariota. Only a yard on the sneak. He needed more than that. 4th down.
Well, they gave it a shot. Quarterback sneak. Not able to get it.
No, but if you're going to call a QB sneak on 3rd down, you draw it up to get it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Maybe they were thinking 4-down territory.
And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
Set! Blue line!
They're still going to go for it on 4th and goal even after the penalty. No sign of the field goal team.
4 down, 4 down.
They'll come up with split backs in the backfield. And oh no, they spike it here. That was 4th down. So they spike it on 4th down and they will lose the football. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Now Doug Marrone with a play clock almost out says, let's take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Hey, we got tight left. 4 down, 4 down.
Hey, sound gold, sound gold.
I'm coming for you, 27. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Tonight, 180. 4 down. Set, ready, go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Foles now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. The pitch to Fournette. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Gold, gold, gold.
4 down, 4 down. Check.
They'll set up a throw. Rolling to his left. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. First reception for him, and remember, he leads the NFL in that category here in this first month. Also has a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And an alley to run. And he's into the clear. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for the Titans. 59 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Easy.
Mariota here to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
One.
Right. Tight end's right.
Set. Wide
Alert.
Again, it's Mariota. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
Hey, we are.
Set. Blue lane.
4 down.
Mariota to sneak it, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Oh, yeah, that's a score.
Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will extend this big lead. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away.
Number 17, back to return.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Under crunch. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Goal.
Mike's 59.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
That's it, baby.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5.
Man left. Even.
Set. 380.
Mike's 50.
Tempo.
54. Hey, let's get them home.
6.
Play it.
Hey, silver.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Gray.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Foles
I'm on.
steps away to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. And Mariota not happy about something before the snap, so he'll call for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
One.
Throwing here, Mariota. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, baby, they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now Mariota. Staying on his feet. Dancing to his... But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius. Continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. 3rd and long here for Mariota. He gets it left side to Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they suffered